In Finland, hundreds of people went to the streets in 3 major cities to protest against the new wolf management plan. In Helsinki, Tampere and Joensuu, the demonstrators voiced their anger about what they call a coordinated plan to extinct the Finnish wolf. The demonstrations were under strong police protection after hunters and militant anti-wolf activists announced counter-demonstrations in the internet. At least against the demonstration in Tampere, also threats of violence and attacks were made. The activists fear that based on the new wolf management plan, when also taking illegal poaching into account, more than 100 wolves could be killed this year in Finland. That would be almost half of the official nationwide wolf population. The management plan will allow for the first time the regular hunting of up to 29 wolves this year. On top of this come the unlimited amount of exempt licenses in the reindeer husbandry areas and what conservationists call revenge licenses to kill wolves which have attacked hunting dogs. In the last years, those summed up to about 30 per year. But the new wolf management plan also defines a new rule that wolves cannot come closer than 100 meters to buildings and encourages the police to issue emergency termination warrants to kill wolves who do. This new rule is especially controversial as recognized international wolf experts have repeatedly pointed out that the mere movement of wolves in the vicinity of buildings does not indicate any kind of danger. It does not indicate any kind of loss of shyness, as wolves do not understand what buildings are and that humans live inside. Only wolves which do not avoid direct contact with people or even confront people can be considered potentially dangerous. Consequently, wolf conservation groups accuse the government of incompetence and making populist decisions ahead of this year's parliamentary elections. The current government coalition is under strong political pressure from the far-right True Finns party, which has made the so-called protection of people from wolves one of their main topics in the Finnish wolf areas. At the demonstrations, also, owners of wolf dogs were seen, as the wolf management plan also contains provisions to ban those harmless and friendly family dogs.
So we are protesting here to voice our concern on the fact that the population planning for wolves here in Finland at the moment is highly unrealistic. It's based on all sorts of false premises. We don't have enough information on the facts concerning the size of the Finnish wolf population, and even so, the Finnish government has given a permission to slaughter wolves this year more than previous years. Officially we have something like 220 or 245 wolves. This is an optimistic version of the situation. We don't have enough material and the means to verify that we actually have this many wolves. And in Finland, one could say that, for example, in the 19th century we had a wolf population of thousands of wolves. And naturally the situation is a bit different because we don't have that much natural forests. I mean, people perhaps in Germany, for example, know Finland as a land of forests and so forth, but in fact in Finland the forest we have is not very rich concerning ecologically. So it's not very rich in species and populations. At the moment we have so few wolves that I don't believe that it would still be a problem if we would have like 10 times more than we have at the moment. It would not be a problem. Naturally, there are certain problems. For example, Lapland. In Lapland, the hate towards wolves is quite big. So basically, it's very impossible for wolves to live there. Even though, you know, in Lapland we have most of our natural reserves and these big forest areas.
Okay. Is it only in Lapland that people hate the wolves?
No, they hate them in the eastern border as well, and also here. So it's not just there, but I would say that here it comes and goes depending on the media reaction and how media foments the situation. But in Lapland it's endemic. So in Lapland it's constant. It has been constant for a long time because of the reindeer economy.